Hi people, this is Vanna. Welcome to our first episode of Vanna's Chronicles, where we talk about true crime. The first case I wanted to bring is related to parasocial relationships, which is a fascinating phenomenon, and it can have tragic consequences too. So I'm talking about Grant Amato. Before diving into the case, let's define what parasocial relationships are. Parasocial relationships refer to the psychological connections that individuals form with media personalities. So it could be actors, musicians, and also media influencers. But despite being one-sided and lacking personal interaction, people develop a sense of familiarity, which is also attachment and emotional investment too, in these public figures. So now let's talk about Grant Amato. Grant Amato was born on September 30, 1989 in the state of Florida. Raised in a seemingly ordinary family, he pursued a career as a nurse and enjoyed a relatively normal life until his obsessions and vices took hold. Grant's life took a turn when he became addicted to online adult content and began frequenting camgirl websites. This addiction would prove to be a catalyst for a series of events that would eventually lead to tragedy. Grant's obsession extended to a particular cam girl named Sylvia, whom he became infatuated with and developed an emotional attachment to. This addiction to online adult content took a devastating toll on his personal life and finances. He spent an exorbitant amount of money on his online obsession, depleting his savings and causing significant financial strain on his family. His family, including the parents and the brother Cody, grew increasingly concerned about Grant's addiction and its impact on his well-being, and attempts to intervene and seek professional help were met with resistance from Grant, as he seemed unwilling to acknowledge the severity of his situation. In January 2019, tensions reached a boiling point with the Amato family. Grant, feeling isolated and desperate, resorted to an unthinkable act. In a moment of rage and desperation, he shot and killed his father Chad and his mother Margaret and his brother Cody. After the murders, Grant attempted to stage the crime scene to appear as a murder-suicide done by Cody. However, investigators quickly discovered inconsistencies in Grant's story, leading them to uncover the truth behind the tragic event. Grant Amato was arrested and charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder. During the trial, evidence revealed a web of lies, betrayal, and financial motives that painted a disturbing picture of his descent into darkness. Mind, this guy paid $200,000 to this webcam girl. The prosecution argued that Grant's actions were driven by a desire to continue funding this online obsession, while the defense maintained that he had snapped under the pressure of his addiction. So as I was saying, in July 2020, Grant Amato was found guilty of all 3 counts of first-degree murder. He was subsequently sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, bringing some closure to the devastated Amato family and the community at large. The case of Grant Amato stands as a tragic reminder of the destructive power of addiction and the profound impact that it can have on the individuals and their loved ones. It serves as a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance, understanding, and seeking help when faced with the grip of addiction, in the hopes of preventing similar tragedies in the future. This is it. Thank you very much for listening to this episode, people. So I'm really hoping for any suggestions, so please leave me a comment with something that you want to suggest. And I really hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did when I first listened to it. Thank you very much. Have a good day, have a good evening, whatever. And make good choices. Thank you.